It's official, Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 is finally happening. After months of rumors and subtle teases, CD Projekt Red and Studio Trigger have finally confirmed that the hit Netflix anime is getting a second season. The announcement came during Anime Expo 2025 in Los Angeles, California, and while we still have a lot of questions about this upcoming season, there's plenty to be excited about already. The first season of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, which drops in 2022, became an instant classic, winning critical acclaim, reviving interest in Cyberpunk 2077, and proving that video game adaptations can hit just as hard as the games themselves. Now, the original creators are back with a brand new story, fresh characters to explore, and an even darker, bloodier trip through the neon-soaked streets of Night City. Here's everything we know so far about Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2, the story, the new creative team, the teaser footage, and what fans can expect from the highly anticipated follow-up. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Cyberpunk news. And if you're interested, consider becoming a member on the channel for early access on every video, members only content, your name in the credits, the ability to write in and have your comments featured, and access to the Discord community. The confirmation of Edgerunners 2 came during CD Projekt Red's panel at Anime Expo 2025 titled Cyberpunk Edgerunners Behind the Scenes with its creators. It was hosted by a popular YouTuber and anime personality, and the panel also featured the showrunner and the voice actors for Lucy and David, and also featured the legendary Edgerunners director. During the panel, after they reflected on the success and emotional impact of Season 1 for Edgerunners, they dropped some big news. Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 is now in production, with Netflix returning as the streaming platform. Fans were treated to the reveal of the series, official logo, and poster art, followed by even more details about what's coming next. One of the most important takeaways is that Edgerunners 2 will be a completely standalone story. This isn't a direct sequel following David Martinez or continuing the same narrative thread at all. As confirmed by them in the new teaser trailer, David's story is over, but Night City still has countless stories to tell. The new season will introduce an entirely fresh cast of characters and focus on what the creators are calling a raw, real chronicle of redemption and revenge. You can probably expect the same intense, mature themes from Season 1 of Edgerunners, but with an even grittier edge, and they made it clear, Edgerunners 2 will be darker, more violent, and yes, probably even sadder than before. During the panel they joked saying, quote, "I wasn't satisfied with how sad Season 1 made everyone. I want Season 2 to hurt even more." If you watched the first season of Edgerunners, you know exactly what that means. Get ready for another emotional gut punch wrapped in jaw-dropping animation. While of course Studio Trigger is back on board to bring their iconic animation style to the series yet again, there's been a major change behind the scenes. The director of Season 1 for Edgerunners is now passing on the torch to a new director who's making his directorial debut with Edgerunners Season 2. The new director for Season 2 previously worked on Cyberpunk Edgerunners Season 1, directing Episode 6, the standout Girl on Fire episode that many fans consider one of the series' best episodes. In a recorded message shown at Anime Expo 2025, the new director expressed his excitement about taking the reins for the new series and promised to stay true to the gritty, emotional tone of the original, while also adding his own bold, cinematic vision to the project. The new director isn't the only familiar face returning to the series. The person behind being the showrunner, story writer, and producer is returning to the series, ensuring narrative continuity and emotional depth. The lead character designer, who's known for their work on Promare and the Edgerunner series, will once again shape the distinctive look of the characters. Fans who were hoping to see new footage at this panel had to wait just a little bit longer. While the official logo and poster for the new series were revealed publicly, the teaser trailer for Edgerunners 2 was deemed too bloody for the general audiences. Instead, it was shown later that evening during Studio Trigger's private panel at the Peacock Theater. According to attendees at the time, the teaser included concept art teases, stylized clips from Season 1, and a somber message reminding everyone that David is dead. While we didn't have an official trailer for the public at this time, I believe they've released it on YouTube as well, and you've probably seen it run several times throughout this video. I believe it's the same trailer. But the teaser emphasized the darker, more brutal tone of the upcoming season and hinted at the fresh faces stepping into Night City's spotlight. At this stage, there's no confirmed release date for Edgerunners 2, but there's reason to believe fans won't have to wait as long as they did for Season 1 of the series. The first season of Edgerunners was announced in mid-2020, but didn't arrive on Netflix until late 2022. However, this time around, production is already well underway, the logo and teaser art have been revealed to us, and private screenings of footage have already started behind the scenes. Given how closely Season 1's trailer was timed to its launch, some believe that since we have this new teaser trailer, Edgerunners 2 could arrive in late 2025 2025 or early 2026. Netflix of course is keeping these details close to its chest for now, but with the buzz coming out of Anime Expo 2025, it's safe to say updates aren't far off for Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2. The first season of Cyberpunk Edgerunners wasn't just a success, it became one of the most critically acclaimed anime adaptations ever made. The series at this point in time holds a near perfect critical score and fan rating over on Rotten Tomatoes, and its release back in 2022 sparked a massive resurgence of Cyberpunk 2077, bringing millions of players back to the game. Beyond just its impact on gaming, Edgerunners has influenced pop culture with characters like Lucy appearing in crossover content and merchandise. It proved that Night City's world of neon, body mods, and corporate chaos could resonate far beyond the game's player base and left fans begging for more. Expectations for Edgerunners 2 are sky high at the moment, but fans are eager to see new characters and stories in Night City that match the emotional punch of the first season. With David's journey now complete, viewers want a new perspective on Night City's underbelly, one that dives even deeper into the violence, corruption, and desperation that defines the Cyberpunk universe. Some fans are even curious whether Edgerunners 2 will plant seeds for the upcoming Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, currently codenamed Projekt Orion or Cyberpunk 2, whatever you want to call it, which recently entered pre-production at CD Projekt Red's Boston studio. While there's been no confirmation of direct connections at this point in time, the team have hinted that Night City is filled with stories yet to be told to us, and this new season might just set the stage for what's coming next. One of the coolest surprises when Cyberpunk Edgerunners Season 1 first launched was the in-game crossover update for Cyberpunk 2077. That free update for the game dropped new items from the anime straight into the game, including David's iconic jacket, Rebecca's shotgun, and even other cosmetics and gear inspired by the TV show. Naturally, fans are already wondering if Edgerunners 2 will come with similar DLC for Cyberpunk 2077. While nothing at this time has been officially confirmed by CD Projekt Red, it feels like a safe bet for the future of the game. The first Edgerunners update for Cyberpunk 2077 was a huge hit with the community, and even given how the sequel promises new characters and a bold new story, there's no doubt that players would love to get their hands on new weapons, outfits, and maybe even vehicles inspired by Season 2. CDPR has shown that they like to connect their different projects whenever possible, so keep an eye out. Odds are Night City will be getting another anime-flavored update when Edgerunners 2 finally hits Netflix. For fans of anime, sci-fi, and Cyberpunk 2077 specifically, the announcement of Edgerunners 2 is the best kind of news. With a stacked creative team, Netflix backing the project, and Studio Trigger once again handling animation duties for this upcoming project, the new season of Edgerunners is poised to deliver another emotional, action-packed ride through Night City. We still don't know exactly, of course, when we'll actually return to the dark future of Night City, but one thing's for sure, Night City lives on, and its next story might be even more brutal, heartbreaking, and unforgettable than the last. Stay tuned, Edgerunners 2 is coming soon. For this section of the video, let's get into audience inquiries where you can submit your questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, or ideas for future videos. We had 4 audience write-ins for this video, but if you want to write in, head over to the post tab on my channel. That's where the thread for upcoming videos will be posted. The first write-in comes from Three-Legged Husky, and they said, "Am I gonna cry?" And based on the description that they've given, at least at the anime panel, probably. They want it to be more brutal and more heartbreaking than ever before, and if Season 1 hits you, Season 2 is probably gonna do the same thing. The second write-in comes from Contrafernius, and they said, "Well, I would like to see how, later down the line, they implement stuff from the anime into the game as an update, just like how they did for Edgerunners with items and references." And like I said earlier in the video, I think it's almost certain that they'll add items from Season 2 of the anime into Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, they did it for the first season, obviously, and it was huge and the community loved it, so I think they'd kind of be dumb not to. But I do honestly hope that they go even bigger and better than they did the first time around. They added a few things here and there from the anime, and it was really cool to see, but hopefully they go all out this time and add even more weapons, vehicles, and references from Season 2 of the anime. The next write-in comes from Void Inspector, and they said since they mentioned the death of David in the teaser, wouldn't that mean Edgerunners 2 is post-2076? And you would think so. I don't know really how they would go about this. Maybe it's right after and you kind of see the repercussions and aftermath of David's events. So maybe they kind of fit it in between the events of Edgerunners and Cyberpunk 2077 story. But I mean, David was relatively unknown in the world of Cyberpunk and Night City before 2076 and the anime and everything that happened. So they could go even further forward. Maybe it happens in 2075. We really don't know as of yet, but if they go anywhere after the anime or Cyberpunk 2077, then they obviously kind of have to include the events of those stories, because they were big events and, well, really, they kind of affected the world a lot, so they kind of have to show the changes, and I guess there'd probably be a lot of references, but I don't know, they could go before Edgerunners or somewhere in between the two stories. It will really be interesting to see what they do here. And the last write-in comes from Mysterious Hazel, and they said, "I don't want to be featured in your video." Anyways, that's all the write-ins for this video, and like I said before, if you want to write in, head over to the post tab on my channel. All the threads for future videos will be posted there. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Cyberpunk news. And if you're looking for something else to watch, click one of the videos you're seeing on screen right now. I will see you there. Also, a huge thank you to all the amazing channel members.